Good morning, good evening, and good nights, everybody. I hope you are all doing very, very well. Tell me in the chat how you all are doing. Apologies for the stream dropping and coming back. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty, but we are ready to do some technical analysis on Bitcoin. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin. We're going to be talking about Ethereum. We might even talk about GameStop stock. You guys have been raving about that, and we have a lot of news that we have to get to in today's video. Give me a 1 in the chat if you're excited for the live stream. We're going to jump right on into it. I hope you all have had a great weekend, and I know that you are all about to have a great week. Like I said, good morning, good evening, and good night, everybody. We are going to give a little bit of time for some people to join on into the stream because I don't like repeating myself. I don't want to waste your time. Want to make sure as many people are here to hear our first message and our technical analysis as possible. Got all of our stream notes here. We're going to be going through all of this today. We'll be live for about 45 minutes. We're going to be going. It's 4:20 right now. Pun not intended. That's just literally the time where I am. And we're going to be going to about 5. So another 40, 45, 50 minutes or so. Good to see you guys. We're going to go ahead and read a couple of comments. We're going to read some chat real quick. Am I playing with you? No, I'm not playing with you. I'm reading your comments. That's what I'm doing. Hey, Jeb, you know you can't turn on the bell notification because your channel is set to child friendly. Really? You know what I'm going to do with that? Take my trusty pen. Every business owner ought to have a pen on him. Every man ought to have a pen on him. Fix child. I'm going to write that down. Give me a 2 in the chat if you're able to turn notifications on for the channel. And by the way, if you haven't already, turn notifications on for the channel. You should definitely do that if you are able to. Bitcoin needs Jesus. Everybody needs Jesus, my friend. Harry H. said, hey, Jeb. Jeb for president of the USA. No, I do not want that job. Heck no. You the man, Jeb. Thank you. You the man. Jonathan Dixon. Please, guys, no spamming in the chat. Anybody caught spamming in the chat will be barred from chatting, so please don't do that. I preferred your non-live stream videos, FYI. More efficient. Joseph, we have 2 videos that are going out today. One has already gone out, and another one is going out in a couple of hours. So, needn't fear, we're doing both. If you don't want it, then you don't have to have it. I was able to turn notifications on. Awesome. I asked for a 2, and I completely forgot what I asked to be 2. I've had a lot of coffee today, so apologies. Tell me in chat again why I asked you guys to put 2. Oh, if you have notifications turned on. Right. Reading you 5 by 5. Thank you for your time. Well, thank you, Emily. He knows everybody wants an update. You know that I know everybody wants an update. What's up? How's everybody doing? All right. Say a little prayer for all those who bought at the top. Lord Heavenly Father, please be with those who bought at the top. Notice me. I notice you, my friend. You have been noticed. Although me noticing you shouldn't have any impact on your feelings of self-worth or anything because I'm just another human being, just like everybody is. Don't put me on a pedestal. I'm just a guy on a camera. Nothing special about me over here. Life's a garden. Dig it and bury your coins. Good deal. Great channel. Thank you, James. We are going to go ahead and jump straight into some technical analysis. We are going to be discussing Bitcoin to start this stream off because that's the one thing that we have not covered on the channel today. We've talked about Ethereum. We've talked about news. We have not, however, talked about the big dog Bitcoin. So we're going to go ahead and zoom in and do some of just that. You guys know that Bitcoin moved into this consolidation pattern, a symmetrical triangle pattern, just a couple of weeks ago. We've been trading around in it, and then we broke bearish about 2 to 3 days ago on the 21st, pulled all the way down to 28,700. Let me go back. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Give me 1 second. Just realized I had the wrong screen up. Let's fix that. Live scene, what I was saying is that we just found out that Bitcoin broke bearish out of this symmetrical triangle pattern that we were in. Went to the wrong screen. Let's make sure we're on the right screen. We are. Good. We broke bearish out of this on the 21st, pulled all the way down to $28,700. From there, Bitcoin has bounced and rallied all the way up right here. Now, one thing I want to show you is a trade setup that I gave a little while ago that doesn't look like it actually panned out very well. Here at this channel, I believe integrity is one of the most important, if not the most important thing, the most important core values that we follow as a business and as a company. So I want to go ahead and show you this trade setup because it didn't work out very well, and I want to show you what went wrong on it before we even get any farther. If you remember the live stream that we did a few days ago, we talked about a potential entry around $29,300. And by the way, I still think this is a good trade entry. I just don't think that it was ready to be entered just yet. yet. And this is why I tell you guys that I need you to be able to make decisions on your own. I don't want you to just rely on me because I'm not perfect. Just because I give you a trade entry or a trade setup does not mean that it's always going to come true. And that's not me shirking responsibility. That's just me being honest. You know, we're all going to make mistakes, and I am definitely the king of people that'll make mistakes. But we talked about how you can enter this trade right here, and Bitcoin could potentially fall all the way as low as $25,000. Doesn't look like that happened. Something that you need to keep in mind is that if you were in this trade and you're well educated in cryptocurrency markets, you would have realized that I was not totally right on my analysis at the time, and you would have been able to correct this on your own. I explained in Friday's live stream just how important it is to be able to think for yourself and think critically and not rely on people like me because I'm fallible just as everyone else is. So in this 4-hour candlestick, we dropped down there and then very quickly we bounced back up. Hopefully if you entered here, you listened to your stop loss and you didn't lose that much money. This right here is why stop losses are so important. And by the way, this is also very important that you realize that even though this trade setup was set up like this, sometimes you don't want to follow your plan. Sometimes you do want to deviate from the plan if the setup isn't looking very well. If we look at volume, we're going to see something interesting. We saw that the volume climaxed, but what did the volume do right after this candlestick? It dropped off a cliff. If this correction was going to continue, we would have expected this volume candlestick here starting at 2,300 hours on January 21st, 2021 to have been almost as high or just about as high as the volume candlestick that preceded it. If this correction was going to continue, this major bounce right here would have indicated that you should have gotten out of the trade. So those are just some things you want to keep in mind. I take responsibility. It wasn't the best trade setup. I do still think that a trade like this is something that you're going to want to look for in the near future because I do still see the potential for a $25,000 Bitcoin, but doesn't look like it's come to pass yet. Anyway, looking at this market, after we have analyzed that, we need to keep in mind that we are still seeing lower highs on Bitcoin. We saw one high, a second high, a third high, and now we've seen a fourth high set at $24,900. Excuse me, $34,900. Bitcoin having these 4 lower highs signifies a very clear trend, a very clear downtrend. And with this pullback, you might think, oh, well, Jeff, that trade setup didn't work. Wasn't a very good trade. It means that Bitcoin's very bullish, but you'd actually be wrong because what we saw in this is that we now have a second lower low. So what does that mean? We're seeing lower highs and we're seeing lower lows. Well, very clearly, we're in a downtrend, guys. We're not in a bear market. We're in a downtrend, and it's very important that we understand the difference between those two because we need to be able to be in a position to trade this market as if it's in a downtrend until we have broken $35,000. This is our new resistance level. Bitcoin is in a downtrend, and we should be trading this market as if it is in a downtrend. That's the first piece of our analysis here. Even though this trade setup did not come to fruition exactly when we thought it might, it probably will coming to fruition unless we break $35,000 flat. That is the level we need to be paying attention to as a level of resistance. I will also show you on the daily chart on Bitcoin, we have seen, make sure everything's good over here. Anything? Nope, we're all good. We've also seen the MACD on daily charts pulled all the way down into the 40s. That's very important because it means that Bitcoin has well and truly reset its RSI. We're not seeing the RSI pulling back to 60 or 70 or even 80. We're seeing it pull back to 40, which is very, very good news. It's very healthy. I want you guys to internalize that. It's very important you understand. This is healthy for Bitcoin. This is not a bad thing for Bitcoin. This is very healthy for Bitcoin. That is correcting. We saw the exact same thing happen in the previous bull market back in 2016 and 17. We saw the market pull back 40%, 7 distinct times during that 2-year bear market. That's what we're seeing right now, and this time we've only pulled back 25%. So this is a very, very good thing. In the last 2 days also, you can even see that MACD has started to converge bullish. You can see the histogram is green and moving upwards towards the center line of the histogram. That indicates that the market may actually be beginning to reverse even earlier than we thought it had. We think that Bitcoin here on this channel will pull back to around $25,000 to $30,000. It's already pulled back down to $28,500 or $28,500, so it's possible that that's the bottom. It is very much possible that Bitcoin's bottom is right here at 31% retrace from all-time high over the course of 14 days. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this trade setup now that I've addressed it. And that $28,700 the bottom, and that we start to rally from here. I personally don't think so, because if you notice, we have a daily chart shooting star right here with this long upper wick, little body right there. Does not look like Bitcoin is about to go into a big rally based on these last 3 candlesticks. It does look like Bitcoin is losing momentum. Does look like Bitcoin is pulling back. Does look like Bitcoin is going to correct like we've talked about. Just didn't happen exactly when we thought it was. So that's my take on Bitcoin at the moment right now, guys. I would love your opinions on all of that. I would love your opinions on the trade setup that we talked about. I'd love your opinions on where you think Bitcoin is going from here. Love your opinions on all of that. VS1 said, well, at least you finally accepted you're a king, Jeb. What do you mean by that? I don't know. Let's see. ETH no supply cap. Yep. Let's see. $280,000 by the end of the year, thanks to Michael Saylor. Very possible. Let's see. We are going to go into about 5 minutes of some questions and answers here. I'm going to go ahead and answer you guys' questions, any of them that you might have. And yes, we will talk about Ethereum a little bit. We talked about Ethereum in today's video, so make sure to go and check out the channel. We talked about Ethereum today. We will do some videos on ETH if you would like. We will do some talk on ETH if you would like. And by the way, if you guys haven't already, smash that like button and consider subscribing to the channel. We're trying to get to 75K subs by the end of March, and I could really use your help on that, guys. We've already gotten 8,500 subscribers this month of January. That is insane. I am so very blessed and thankful. Welcome if you're from the chat. Give me a 7 in chat if you were a subscriber as of the last 30 days. We are very, very honored and blessed and thankful to have you here. Should we be on sideline? Honestly, I wouldn't. So the thing is, Bitcoin is very clearly in a downtrend right now. It's very possible for you to trade in a very clear trend like this. We don't know when that downtrend is going to end. It could end tomorrow. It could end a week from now. It could end 2 months from now. But we are very clearly in a downtrend. So generally speaking, I would advise you not. I wouldn't advise you. I'm not a financial advisor. I would opinionate you if I'm going to make up a word real quick. That's a lot of 7s. Welcome, guys. I would opinionate you to not go against the long-term trend. The long-term trend right now is very bullish, but we haven't talked about Ethereum yet. We're going to here in a little bit. Thank you, Ryan. Welcome from ever since 2017. That's awesome. I generally wouldn't opinionate you to bet against the cryptocurrency market and its long-term trend, but in this case, we are in a very clear downtrend. So that's really up to you whether or not you want to trade that or not. Alrighty, let's see. 6 plus 1. A lot of 7s. A lot of 7s. That's awesome, guys. That is so cool. Welcome to the channel, my friends. Thank you very much for joining us. We, like I said, are very honored to have you here, and we're very appreciative of you. Thank you for giving us your time. It's really something that we talk about every day. We just feel so honored here. Our YouTube channel now has 8 people working on it. We just hired 2 new employees to help us run everything, and we're able to support people. We're able to provide for people. We're able to help people support their families because of the amazing community that we build here and you guys. So I just want to extend a thanks to everybody who is here and enjoying the content. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm the one on camera, but you guys don't see much of the other 7 people here that work on this. I'm not the only person working here, guys. I just happen to be the guy on camera. So just a shout out to everybody. Dasa, Zach, Tim, Manny, Shannon, Gia, and Smay. Those are our 7 other employees. Thank you so much to them. But yeah, let's see. Hey, Jeb, you rock, brother. Jesus loves everyone. Yes, he does. Jesus does love everyone. Watch Bitcoin. It's dumping. Is it? Let's see. Well, it is moving, so we can go ahead and jump on over to it. Bitcoin is currently definitely moving. We can see in the last hour, Bitcoin is actually down all of 3.5 percentage points. We pulled back to $32,200, and we are seeing that Bitcoin is moving somewhat quickly on the minute chart. Now, guys, by the way, I would never encourage you to trade on the minute chart, but just because we're doing very short-term analysis right now, we can see that Bitcoin is down 3.7% in the last 33 minutes. Nothing to be worried about. It is interesting, though. Like I said, guys, well, I haven't said this in this stream, but I say it quite a lot. The very short-term charts, like the minute chart, 5-minute chart, 10-minute chart, all those charts really don't mean anything. If you're trading down there, you probably shouldn't be. You should probably be confident trading on longer-term swings because the bots are really the powerful ones down there on those really short-term trades, and you're just not going to beat them. But on the longer-term markets, they're more driven by mass psychology, and that's where you're going to do the best is if you're trading in a market that is driven by mass psychology, because then you can understand, then how well you do in trading is based off of your understanding of human psychology. That's why we talk about mass psychology in the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. That is linked in the description box down below. Oh, goodness. ETH falling like a Fahrenheit? Let's see. Jesus is Lord, amen, indeed. Let's see here. I want an office tour, please. We are probably going to be doing an office tour relatively soon. We've been very, very busy, so I apologize that we haven't already done that. Hi, Jeb. Love your content. Got an opinion on Cardano. Alex, I will direct you to the video we did on that about 5 days ago. It's up on the channel. It's called Cardano Price Prediction. If you type Cardano Price Prediction into YouTube, it's still ranked #1 for that. So it'd be easier if I'm not dodging your question. It's just going to be easier if I direct you to that. So anyway, want to go ahead and touch on Ethereum pretty quickly here. Not going to talk about it for long because I want to get to some news, but I know you guys are interested in what's going on Ethereum, and Ethereum is a hot topic right now. You guys always seem to be viewing videos that we do on Ethereum a lot. Like I said, if you haven't already, hit that like button, especially hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. We upload 2 videos a day here, and we stream 5 days a week. If you want the latest in cryptocurrency markets, technical analysis, and news, this is the channel to find it. Hit that subscribe button. It's completely free. Anyway, on Ethereum over US dollar, we can see that Ethereum is taking a bit of a hit right now. Just like in Bitcoin, over the last hour, it is down 3.5%. We did set a double top on all-time high this morning, and we've been down 10% ever since that top hit of $1,480 20 hours ago or so. It's not technically a double top. As you can see, we actually rallied higher than we did last rally when we pushed to a new all-time high on Ethereum on the 19th of January. But both of these highs are very similar. You could definitely make an argument that, well, they look like a double top. Is it not a double top? You're right. If it looks like a double top and it quacks like a double top, walks like a double top, and it trades like a double top, probably a double top. If everybody thinks it's a double top, it's a double top. The technical analysis is only relevant if everybody agrees on something. Most people are going to call this a double top, so that's what we're going to call it here. It is more or less a double top. In fact, you could even argue, this is a bit of a stretch, but you could even argue it's a triple top because we have a top over here. These are technically higher highs, but remember, guys, technical analysis is a method of us reading the market to see what other people are reading into the market about. If we are able to ascertain from the market what other people think, then we can predict what the market is going to do because we're getting in the heads of the people that are trading the market. But anyway, one thing I want to talk about with Ethereum is very interesting. Even though these kind of look like a triple top, there's something to note. They are actually all higher highs. We do see 3 tops here, and all 3 of them are higher than the last. We also see 2 higher lows. And that's really interesting because didn't we just talk about how on Bitcoin we're seeing lower highs and we're seeing lower lows? Interesting, isn't it? How Bitcoin is trending downwards, but Ethereum is trending upwards. And guys, I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but I am going to be honest with you. This is something we've been talking about happening for the last month and a half. I've been dubbing it the altcoin engine. And I told you guys about a month and a half ago that when Bitcoin goes into a big bull market, we see Bitcoin market dominance go down, followed by altcoin market dominance go up. Let me show you what that looks like over on CoinMarketCap, because this is actually a very important concept in technical analysis and in all of those altcoin movements that you guys ask me about all the time. We saw back in January 3rd, just 3 weeks ago, Bitcoin market dominance hit a high for year to date of 69.71%. Ethereum's market dominance was at 12.83%. If you don't know what this is just the percentage of total market capitalization that each cryptocurrency makes up in its market capitalization. So let's say the entire cryptocurrency market is $1 trillion in market cap. Bitcoin at this point would have had $697 billion of the market cap. Ethereum would have had $128.3 billion of it. You get the picture. Most of you guys know what market dominance is, but there are some people that are newer here. Anyway, as we've seen, Bitcoin has been losing market dominance over the last 4 weeks, down to 62% from 69%, 7% drop in 4 weeks. Ethereum is up from 12.8% to 16.5%. And again, guys, I told you guys, I'm not saying this to pat myself on the back. I kind of am, not gonna lie, but the reason I'm saying this is because it is very important. We saw the exact same thing happen at the end of 2017. We saw Bitcoin market dominance rally during the whole bull market. What have we seen during this bull market? Market dominance has rallied from September all the way up till early January, where market dominance rallied from 56% to 69%. Then Bitcoin market dominance dropped in the same way it did right now. Back at the end of 2017, around December, Bitcoin market dominance jumped off a cliff. You see this? See how it dropped from 63% all the way down to 33%? Well, checking the chart, that's going to coincide with something very important. It's going to coincide with the previous all-time high at $20,000. When Bitcoin hit $20,000, it was at the peak of its market dominance. Right up here, if you were to overlay these charts, this was the peak of the market dominance. Down here was the bottom of it. Look at this market right here. See how it dropped? Check the dates. This is January 14th. It's all the way down there. Where's January 14th? I'll put a vertical line on it. It is right there. The top of the market dominance is right there. So as Bitcoin goes down in price, Bitcoin's market dominance went down as well. Well, market dominance, of course, percentage-wise, has to add up to 100%. So where'd the market dominance go? Well, it went into Ethereum. We saw that Ethereum in the same time period went from 10% all the way up to 20%, doubled in market dominance. Well, what did we see happen? Bitcoin hit all-time high on December 17th, 2017. When did Ethereum hit all-time high? You guys that have been here for a while know this. I've talked about it a lot. If you've been in the market, you will have remembered this. Ethereum hit its all-time high of $1,400 January 13th, 2018. A month later, we saw that after Bitcoin hit all-time high and corrected, Ethereum lagged a month behind. Think about that. Ethereum lagged a month behind in a very strong bull market. What do we see right now? We see the exact same thing. Bitcoin hit all-time high 4 weeks later. Where we are right now, Ethereum is gaining market dominance. And that makes a lot of sense, guys, because we are trading at or around all-time high on Ethereum as of today. We are seeing something I'm calling the altcoin engine effect in a market happen right now, where when Bitcoin needs to consolidate, when Bitcoin needs to recover, when Bitcoin needs to lock in gains, the altcoins come in to keep interest brewing in the space. Think about it. Think about it for a second. 2 months ago, everybody was talking about Bitcoin. No one was talking about Ethereum. What's happening now? Everyone's talking about Ethereum. No one's talking about Bitcoin. We saw the exact same thing happen on the charts. We're seeing lower highs and lower lows on Bitcoin, higher highs and higher lows on Ethereum. All of a sudden, instead of everybody talking about Bitcoin, everybody's talking about Ethereum. And while Ethereum is rallying, Bitcoin is correcting, Bitcoin is consolidating, Bitcoin pulled back to 43 on the RSI, and Bitcoin is getting ready for another bigger rally above $42,000, and that is why, my friends, I think Bitcoin is going to $50,000 before the end of February, maybe on into March. In the next 60 days or so, I think that it's going to go there. Tell me in the chat, give me a 1 in chat if that all makes sense to you. I know I went through that pretty fast. It's a little bit complicated, but it's something you need to internalize. It's something you need to understand, because if you understand the correlations between Bitcoin and between Ethereum, and you realize that when they break correlation, that means something very important, you're going to be a much better trader. Those two cryptocurrencies make up almost 80% of market dominance. In fact, they actually make up over 80% of market dominance. If you're not invested in Bitcoin and Ethereum, you really should be. All right, guys, we're going to continue to read some chat here. Thank you guys so much, everybody who has joined the chat, everybody who is here watching this live stream, and everybody who's subscribed to the channel. Like I said, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. It's completely free. We make 2 videos a day and live stream 5 days a week, and I would love, love, love for you to join us. I'm honored to have everybody here. Thank you so very much. Drew just said something very, very important, and I am going to go hard on what you just said really quickly. Lol, crypto comment section so silly and stressful. I pray you blessed souls do not seek advice about your investments in these chat rooms. Strong hands come out on top. Drew, that's a great response, and it's one that I'm going to give quite a bit of attention. This is something we talked about on Friday's live stream, and I'm actually currently letting our editor, Zach, boil it all down into one of those little stream highlight videos like we did over the weekend. And in that video that you're about to see coming up this weekend, you can go back to last live stream, Friday's live stream, to see it. I talked about how it's very important that you think for yourself. Somebody asked the question, excuse me, why should I be making my own trades when I could just go to someone who knows more than me, like Carl or Zombie or another YouTuber or me, Jeb? Like, why should I make my own trades when I could go to an expert like a YouTuber or something and make these trades? And I talked about it for like 10 minutes, and I got really kind of heated about it to make the point, because I think it is extremely dangerous to let someone else do your thinking for you. At this channel, I don't tell you what to think. I even try to avoid giving my opinion some of the times. Not all the times, I do give my opinion, but I want to make sure that the prime directive of what we're doing here is me teaching you how to think critically about these issues, how to do this stuff on your own, because it's not my responsibility to give you trade setups, and it's not your best interest for you to come and ask me trade setups. The best thing that you can do for yourself is to equip yourself to do it on your own. That wise guy Jesus, who walked the earth a couple thousand years ago, once said, and you've heard this before, this is not an uncommon phrase, give a man a fish, feed him for a day, teach a man how to fish, and you'll feed him for a lifetime. I'm much more interested in teaching you how to fish than giving you a fish. I can give you a fish. I give fishes all the time, guys. And believe me, fishes is plural. That's actually grammatically correct. I think I'm using that right anyway. You can fact check me. The point is, I would be much more interested in teaching you guys how to think critically about these issues and come to conclusions and trades on your own than just giving you the trade. I don't think that does you any good. So, great comment, Drew. Said, I pray you blessed souls do not seek advice about your investments in these chat rooms. I pray you don't look for advice in these chat rooms from me or from anybody in the chat. I pray that you look for different perspectives. That's what I pray for. If I'm going to be someone that you listen to in cryptocurrencies, I want you to come to me for a different perspective because I'm a different person than you. I'm going to see things differently than you, and I might have an insight that you haven't had. But it's up to you to make that final call. It's up to you to make that final trade, that final investment. And that is incredibly, incredibly important. I don't think Jesus actually said that. I wasn't there, so I don't know if he actually said it, but it's something that's attributed to him. Miner Hook said, purchase CT2A, you'll learn how to trade. Dre put that message like 5 minutes ago. I paused on it, like I said. Yeah, CT2A is the academy that we use to teach everybody about cryptocurrency technical analysis. If you're interested, links in the description box down below. Alrighty. Howdy, Jebby, said Nico. Hello, Nico. It wasn't Jesus? Okay. Well, might not have been Jesus. Whoever it was, then whoever said it, it was a wise expression. I might be completely wrong on my history there. Might not be Jesus. Jesus said a lot of stuff you should listen to, though. Is it a Chinese proverb? Okay, egg on my face in front of 1,000 viewers. How about that? Never mind, then. I always heard people say that was, I always heard people say Jesus said that. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't remember reading that in the Gospels either. So, my apologies for the misinformation. I stand corrected. Jesus did not say that. At least it's not recorded that he said that. Either way. Fish is plural, the multiple fish of the same species. I see. Cool. Either way, Jesus did not say to buy Bitcoin. It didn't exist back then. Oh, Lao Tzu said that. Okay. It was not... Grant Cardone didn't come up with that stuff. Oh, we got a donation. Matthias Nordstrom said, what do you think about the stock market crash of 2021? How much do you think Bitcoin might correct? Love from Sweden. This is a very, very, that was a very good question. I'm sorry, I'm reading these messages about Jesus, and I'm getting really excited because I love Jesus. Let's see. How much do you think Bitcoin might correct? My friend... When the stock market corrects, we see that Bitcoin corrects, but we also typically see that the stock market recovers, and we also typically see that Bitcoin recovers much faster than the stock market. We saw Bitcoin and the stock market both correct earlier this year last year in March. Guys, Ty Lopez and Grant Cardone may have said those things, but they were not the ones that came up with it. That's a very, very, very old saying. We generally see that the stock market and the cryptocurrency market correct at the same time and rally at the same time. But we also typically see, because they are very correlated, that Bitcoin rallies a lot farther than the stock market. What I would encourage you to do is to not necessarily look for the correlation. I'd encourage you to look for the opportunity. What do I mean by that? It's pretty well known that the stock market and the cryptocurrency markets are quite correlated. What's more important is that we understand that the cryptocurrency markets are generally going to rally quite a bit after they correct. We saw Bitcoin correct 50% in a day last March in 2020. And ever since then, we've seen it rally 600%. I'm sorry, I take that back. We've seen it rally 1,000% because we pulled back to $3,800. We've pushed all the way up above $38,000. We rallied 1,000% from that bottom. The takeaway is to make sure that you're looking for the dips and buying them, because if there's blood in the street, even if it's your blood, typically a good time to buy. I believe Warren Buffett said that. Let's see if I get corrected on that one. Either way, somebody said it, and it's right. Doesn't really matter who said it. I'm trying to give credit where credit's due. Anyone talking about this RAF guy is going to get banned, by the way. Don't fall for that, guys. That is a scam, and the next time I see it, I will have one of my guys remove it. Future crypto millionaires. Yes, sir. RAF needs to get banned. Yeah, just shouting out to you guys. This is a good point to talk about this. Guys, Grant Cardone has said this stuff. Grant Cardone did not come up with this stuff. I've watched almost every video Grant Cardone ever made. I used to do nothing but watch his videos all day, every day for months on end when I had no life and I just wanted to be an entrepreneur. I've watched a lot of his videos. I can tell you all about Grant Cardone. He may have said it, but he was not the one that came up with it. What does the wording under the logo say? It says accepted here. So if I back up and it focuses, you can see it. We have a very, very, very good camera, and this is for anybody who knows cameras. This lens is full frame, and it's set to f2.5, so there's a lot of bokeh on this. Like if I put my hand up here, you can see it's already out of focus. I'm curious as to why someone would bet against big institutional and sell Bitcoin. That's a good question that I don't know the answer to. I don't know why anyone would bet against that. Karl Marx said buy Polkadot. I don't think he did. I do not think he did say that. I don't think he did. Guys, make sure if you are enjoying the live stream to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. We post 2 videos a day on weekdays, 1 video a day on weekends, and we also live stream 5 days a week. Is it too late to invest in Bitcoin and ETH? My friend, it is never too late to invest in Bitcoin and ETH. 100 years from now, it won't be too late to invest in those cryptocurrencies if they are still mainstream. Is it too late to invest in the stock market? People were asking the same question 100 years ago, back when the S&P 500 was trading at a couple dollars. I don't know how much it was trading at, but you get my point. People have been asking that question for a very long time. It's never too late to invest. The markets are continuously growing. Miner Huck, it is we are shooting through a Canon EOS R, and there is a 28 to 70 millimeter f2 lens on it, and it is a big camera. Like, it's that big. It's huge. I love this camera so much. We have 2 of them, actually. We have 2 EOS Rs, and then we have a 70 to 200 out there. Gary V said, buy Cardano. Did he? I heard that he was getting into cryptocurrency. I learned so much from your course, trying to review it again, but I'm busy making money. Manalo, I think I'm saying your name right. That is so good to hear. Guys, if you're interested in learning about technical analysis, I will tell you what he is talking about. He is talking about our academy, the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. And guys, the reason I talk about CT2A every once in a while is because CT2A is one of the biggest things that makes this channel and the staff that we have that backs up this channel and helps us to put content on YouTube and on all of our platforms possible. Without CT2A, what we are doing here today would not be possible. There is so much going on behind the scenes that you guys are getting access to it very soon. We've already made a lot of improvements. We're working on a better customer service system. We have so many things that we're working on. So much progress is being made. We're talking to a SBA agent today. We're talking about getting a new building. There's so much stuff going on, and CT2A is what makes it possible. Guys, if you're trying to learn technical analysis, I encourage you to do that. Your education in technical analysis, your education in these markets, understanding how they operate and how you work in them, is the only thing stopping you from becoming everything you want to be in technical analysis. It really is true when people talk about getting 1% better at something every single day is the way to become great at something. 10,000 hours is what it takes to become an expert. You've heard all of those expressions. You are perfectly capable of becoming a profitable trader. You are perfectly capable of becoming a successful entrepreneur. There's nothing stopping you. Don't let your own mind stop you and think, oh, this is too hard. Look, guys, your brain is telling you that because of other failures that you've had in your life. But guess what? We've all failed at some point. That does not mean that it's impossible. It just means that we have to overcome our biggest enemy, which is ourselves. And that sounds cliched. You've heard so many people say that, but I can attest to it, guys. I'm a small business owner at 20, and I can tell you today that it is true. Invest in yourself, and you will be so glad you did. That's why we created CT2A, because I saw over the last 3 years that we've been growing our business, and I've been working more in cryptocurrency markets than investing in yourself. And by the way, paying it forward to people and serving others is what will lead you to success. So I encourage you to check out CT2A. The link is in the description box down below. There is a coupon code running right now. It's called New Year's 2021. You'll get $75 off at checkout. You can find more information for that linked in the description box down below. Give me a 1 if you're alumni of CT2A and you will love it. If you've gone through the academy and it has helped you, give us a 1 in the chat. I'd be very appreciative. And by the way, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 75K subs by the end of March. It seems like it's going to happen by the end of February, so thank you, Lord. Yeah, appreciate it, guys. Don't want to talk too much on that. Would rather stay here and talk to you guys than be a salesman all day. But Karen said, hey, Jeb, King K, how's this going? Guys, give a shout out to King K. King K is a long-term subscriber of ours, and we absolutely love King K. Thank you so much for joining us today, my friend. Those are a lot of ones. Those ones are people that have gone through the academy and are loving it. I can always tell when Jeb is about to sign off, so he start offering us proverbs. Is cute. Yeah. You know, I apologize. I am going to have to cut the stream short. We're going to go for another 5 minutes or so. I have one of my real estate agents outside. He's a good friend of mine, and I need to talk to him about something, so we're not going to be going for too much longer. But guys, I don't like getting off stream because I really enjoy talking to you guys. I just love so much. Nostradamus said Bitcoin will end the world. Did he say that in the 16th century? I'd be surprised if he knew what Bitcoin was back then. Someone said Nostradamus said it'll destroy the world. And someone else said Nostradamus said it would save the world. And then this guy says Nostradamus says buy Bitcoin. I don't know what to believe. Alumni check. Press 1 if CT2A has helped you. Show me some love. Perfect. A lot of ones in chat. A lot of ones in chat. Let's see here. Let's see here. Any good questions that we can answer before we sign on off? So yeah, guys, I want to just go briefly over some different headlines I have here on my scripts. This is something else that we've gotten, is we just have we had a new person join our team who is helping us do research, because I'm working like 60 hours a week now, so I need some help on it. And I'm just going to read you some headlines that will be talked about more in a video that's coming out later on today. So you're going to get more information on every single one of these articles coming very, very soon. In the next couple of hours, this video is going to come out. But I'm going to go ahead and read these headlines to you because they're really, really interesting. Mayor of Miami is building a team to make Miami more crypto-friendly. That we talked about in the first video today. I'll give you a couple of excerpts from these from this research that Smay did. The mayor wants to explore systems that are built on Ethereum as a way to collect tax and other payments on the blockchain platform itself, and for people to be able to pay their taxes and such with crypto. That's one of the headlines, talking about taking tax payments in crypto such as Ethereum and having a third party that is holding cryptocurrency for the municipality of Miami. That's a big deal, looking like they want to form some kind of little Silicon Valley in Miami, just a couple 100 miles away from where we are located. Yeah, really cool. Check that out. You will find more information on that in a video coming out later on today. Next thing I want to talk about, Pakistan sets up 2 state-owned Bitcoin mining farms to help boost economy. You can type everything I'm saying into Google. You'll find the articles. Like I said, you will also find more information in today's second video. The government of KP, because I cannot pronounce that, sorry guys, the third largest of Pakistan's 4 semi-autonomous provinces, is setting up 2 state-backed Bitcoin mining farms, local media reported last week. An advisor to the chief minister of KP on science and information technology said the province parliament passed a bill allowing the KP government to use its own money to establish the mining facilities. This came out about a week and a half ago, but the reason I'm mentioning it again is because we are seeing a massive amount of adoption take place in cryptocurrency markets, the likes of which we've never seen before. Guys, I've been in the market for 3.5 years. I can tell you I've never seen this kind of institutional and formal adoption by governments and other big power players in traditional finance getting into cryptocurrency markets. The numbers are astonishing. Here's another one. This is a really big one. Guys, remember about a year and a half ago when the Reserve Bank of India tried to ban cryptocurrencies? Well, here's something. Reserve Bank of India exploring the possibility of its own digital currency. Less than a year after the Indian Supreme Court overturned the Reserve Bank of India's ban on crypto businesses, and the bank's position on digital assets is looking slightly more bullish. RBI, the Reserve Bank of India, is exploring whether or not there is a need for a digital version of their fiat currency. India is still very apprehensive about the cryptocurrency. The bank refers to a central bank digital currency as a legal tender in the country, but also calls them a central bank liability in digital form. It'd be a centralized cryptocurrency, which is not a cryptocurrency, but nevertheless, it's something interesting that you might want to look into. 2 more things I'll talk about, and we'll discuss this more in today's second video. By the way, it's being edited right now. Leading Brazilian exchange Mercado Bitcoin has announced a regional expansion. Chief Executive Reinaldo Rabelo has laid out a plan to initially expand its market into Chile, Mexico, and Argentina, with hopes to expand further later on. We love our Latin American subscribers and followers. We have several people of Hispanic descent on the team, and I would love to see Bitcoin getting more penetration into markets in Latin and South America. This is really cool. Mercado Bitcoin chose these countries first because they have a similar regulatory environment to Brazil, seeing as the company has almost exclusively operated out of Brazil. They are looking to become the 5th largest cryptocurrency exchange in the industry. Here's the final one, and like I said, all of this will be covered in today's second video, and you will find links to all these articles in that video. Survey finds older investors are getting into crypto. On January 21st, WireX released a report about the adoption of cryptocurrency in 2021, and it shows a graph, which, like I said, you'll see in that video, so make sure you subscribe for that video coming out in a couple hours. According to the survey results, more than 30% of respondents between the ages of, get this, you're going to be shocked by this number, between the ages of 45 and 54, not young. We're talking like older Gen Xers and some younger baby boomers, the largest survey age group were using cryptocurrency. The study also found that 26% of women aged from 55 to 64 invested in cryptocurrency compared to only 14% of men in the same age group. That's really interesting. We see, number one, more women getting into cryptocurrency, which is strange because 90% of our audience is male. And we also see an older part of the generation, older generation getting into Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. That's absolutely awesome. That's insane because that is a market that doesn't have a lot of penetration either. And when we see adoption in those industries, that's only going to increase the amount of adoption in general for cryptocurrencies. Really awesome. And also think about this. Net worth goes up year over year until you hit about 40. When you hit about 40, people generally have around the same net worth they're on, but people generally get more and more valuable as far as their assets and liabilities are concerned as they get older, meaning those older generations have even more money that they can invest in Bitcoin than us young whippersnappers down here at around 20 and 21. So there you go. Really, really cool. Power to us women, indeed. There we go. Perfect. I would love to see more women in cryptocurrency. I think it's going to end up happening. I really do. I think it's something that is. I don't think it's a good or a bad thing. I just think it's going to happen. 36-year-old woman right here from Hawaii. There you go. Levi is watching you. Perfect. Good deal, guys. Good deal, guys. I think that's going to go ahead and wrap out the stream, my friends. We are going to be streaming 4 more times this week. We have a lot more that we want to talk about. There's so much to talk about that I'm just really excited to be doing these videos. I'm really excited to be doing these live streams. I'm so incredibly pumped for where Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is going. And the last thing I want to say before we wrap the stream out here is I really want to express my thankfulness to you guys. I said it earlier, but I just want to say it again because I think Thanksgiving is one of the most important things that Jeb going out of his way to be politically correct, Lamount. No, that's not a political. I am very much not a big fan of the whole political correct crap going on in our society. That being said, I'm also very excited to see more women in cryptocurrency. I don't necessarily throw my hat in with all of that, identity politics and stuff, but, women have a different perspective on things, and I think it's very valuable. So I don't pigeonhole me into being far left or far right or any of this. I'm not stating any political opinions. It's just a simple fact that when you see more of people of different backgrounds, they come up with different opinions and different stances on things. But as I was saying, I really want to say thank you to you guys for the support that you guys have given us over the last 3 years. We've been doing YouTube for 3 years now. Our first video went up November 16th, 2017. It's been over 3 years that we've been doing this channel, and I am just so incredibly pumped and excited and thankful. I don't even know what I'm going to say. I just want to say thank you because, like I said, we have 7 employees on staff now, not including myself, so 8. And you guys joining CT2A, you guys watching these videos, you guys leaving donations, you guys hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, you guys signing up for Bybit and our other affiliate links, you guys listening to our sponsor placements, you guys doing this is very, very helpful. You guys are, I'm sorry, I was reading a comment. You guys are helping to make sure that those people are able to feed their families. You're helping us to hopefully do what we're trying to do, which is provide quality content so that you guys can learn more about cryptocurrency. I do think that we're doing something good for the world here. I'd like to think that. I'm welcome to tell me if we're not. I'd love to make sure that we're reaching that goal, and I'm not so prideful as to think we're doing perfect, but I do think that we're heading in the right direction, and I really appreciate you guys. That's just all I want to say. I don't mind getting mushy. I like it. It's kind of fun. Miner Huck said, if you get CT2A, that's our academy, and you will know how to do stuff. You definitely will know how to do stuff. You will know how to trade. You will know how to invest. You will know how to profit in cryptocurrency markets if you join the academy, and you will also be helping to support our growing staff and our growing team, and you'll be helping to be part of the community that I am giving thanks to. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. Guys, that is going to wrap it out for this stream. Before I go, I do want to ask, is there any final closing thoughts that you would like me to address? Anything else you would like me to talk about? If you guys want to see any charting, we did quite a bit of charting earlier in the live stream. Just scrub back. We talked about Bitcoin, we talked about Ethereum, and I also just covered some big headlines that we're going to go into more detail on later on in tomorrow's second video. Karen just said, King K just said, Jeb, unfortunately, I just got rejected from Cambridge today. Wanted to let you know as you're one of the people who helped me set out my goals, and this was one of them. King K, something you got to realize, Let me put it this way. Franklin Delano Roosevelt once said, plans are useless, but planning is invaluable. I'm going to let that simmer for a second. Think about that. Think about that. He said, plans are useless, but planning is invaluable. Think about who we're talking about here. I said Roosevelt. I meant to say Dwight D. Eisenhower. Excuse me. It's Dwight D. Eisenhower. Dwight D. Eisenhower was the president of the United States during the 50s, post-war era, after World War II. He was a general in the Second World War on the American side. And he said, what's the coupon code for CT2A? Is New Year's 2021. And he said, plans are useless, but planning is invaluable. My friend, I would encourage you to remember that plans are not set in stone. What you think you're going to do with your life, I can almost guarantee you is going to change. I can almost guarantee you. So many of the different things that I set out as goals, go to our channel and sort by oldest. Like the 10th video on the channel is me laying out how I was going to make $100,000 the first year I was in business here on YouTube and everything. Almost everything I said in that video just makes me laugh because almost none of it happened. Almost none of it happened. But you know what it did? When I set out those goals, when I set out those plans, when I set out those action steps that I said I was going to take, even though I didn't hit them. And by the way, I'm not saying don't set goals. I'm not saying don't strive for your goals. I think goals are one of the most important things that you will ever do, and you should be hitting 80 or 90% of your goals. Short-term goals. Long-term goals, planning 3 years out isn't something most businesses do anymore. Businesses used to plan the next 10 years. Then businesses plan the next 5 years. Then businesses plan the next 3 years. Now, a lot of businesses plan 2 years out, and that's about it. Things change so fast. It's a fast-moving world. Planning is invaluable, but plans are useless. Just remember that. A general who is in charge of planning a war, a very, very important war, if you know anything about World War II, he said planning is invaluable, plans are useless. Because at the end of the day, plans change. But the sentiment behind those plans, the vision behind those plans should always remain consistent. From day one, I've had the exact same vision for what we were going to do here on this channel. How we've done it has changed 1,000 times. The vision for what we're building doesn't change. Same thing day in, day out. We want to build the absolute best cryptocurrency market, the best cryptocurrency educational services, the best cryptocurrency advice, which we don't do advice yet, something we're going to be doing in the future when we actually have financial advisors on staff and I get my own financial advising license. We want to do the best technical analysis. We want to do the best news coverage. We want to be the best at everything we possibly can be in coverage and education in cryptocurrency markets. That's been the vision for the business from day one. The way we get there has changed 1,000,000 times. We have 8 people and 6 figures of revenue at our fingertips to do whatever we want with. We're on phone calls with lending agents and real estate agents and all kinds of different people. We have a lot going on. Even with us, plans change. So don't feel bad if your plans change. You got this, King K. I believe in you. Just keep that vision at heart and you will go far. The second you start doubting your ability to do what you want to do is the second that dream dies. So don't ever let it happen. Anyway, guys, that is going to wrap it out for today's video. Hello, Optical Art. Hello to everybody. Like I said, that is going to wrap it out for today's video. Before I go, though, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching. As always, Emily, we do. Shoot us an email at cryptojeb@gmail.com. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.